Hi, I'm Lauren and welcome back to my craft room. Today I am sharing a video of how I put together a card featuring November's of 2020 Spellbinders Hot Glimmer Plate Kit of the month. I'll have a link below that will give you the exact name. It comes with some plates. So I have opened mine, so they're a little jumbled in here now. But this is the Merry Christmas Wishes with 4 plates and 1 cutting die for foil transfer. And then there's also glimmer foil, a little glimmer foil in polished brass that you get in this kit. So this together. And the card I'm going to show you how to make is this Christmas card. I'm featuring the Merry plate along with the die that cuts out these ornaments perfectly, and then also using Christmas to You and Yours, which are also plates in this kit, and then putting it on this card using some really pretty kind of a tealishy green color. So I really hope you enjoy this card and inspires you to check out their kit of the month. And again, all the links are in the description, but let's get going on the card. Here are the 2 pieces that come in your kit. We have our kit of the month foil plates and die, as well as our roll of hot glimmer foil. And I've cut out a piece of cardstock from Lawn Fawn in Rainforest, and I'm centering my die to the paper. So the one thing I have a hard time, because I'm type A and like things to be even, is that you either need to center the ornaments or center the ornament strings. I guess that's what they're called, right? Because it's not totally even. So my brain was like, wait, what? It doesn't match up, but that's okay. So I centered my ornament strings from the top to the center of my cardstock, and I'm using some purple tape just to help keep that in place and laying down my foil shiny side up, so that way the foil plate will get hot and press that shiny into my cardstock. So here's my foil press all set up, and of course I didn't get the time and heat setting in place for you, but I used a medium heat and 40 seconds, and I found that to be the best imprint for my system onto this type of paper. And I'm using the corresponding die to cut out those ornaments, and I used some purple tape to help, and I put that through my Gemini, and there we have our foiled piece. I'm getting my card base ready by using some sturdy 110-pound cardstock, using my trimmer and bone folder to help with that. And now I want to figure out my sentiment. But the more I look at it, the more I'm like, this is too plain. I gotta step it up. So I have this ivory shimmery cardstock, it's beautiful, and this die from Sunny Studio Stamps. And I ran the die through my Gemini Junior on some white cardstock, so that way that shimmery paper can shine through that lace design. And then I was like, you know what, I want a little bit of a border, so I'm gonna trim all my pieces to be slightly smaller than an A2 size. So everything is gonna be 4 by 5 1/4. So I cut my ornaments down so it's 4 inches wide and just trimmed a little off the top because there was a little bit of foil missing from the top of my image, and then cut my ivory cardstock and cut my white cardstock so that the design remained even, so I trimmed a little off on both sides. And now I'm going to glue this white cardstock piece to my gold shimmer piece, and I'm putting lots of glue in all the little open spots, and then I will glue this directly onto that shimmery cardstock. And I'm going to use a block to just kind of help put some pressure onto these pieces because I'm having a hard time getting that white piece to stay. As you can see, it's not quite secure, so I'm putting a little bit more glue and then again letting it sit. I did edit out the time I let it sit, so it wasn't just a couple seconds. It was probably about a minute, just making sure it was really stuck to that shimmer paper. And now I want to pop up my ornament, so I'm using some foam tape here and popping up this rainforest piece onto my pretty lace background. So I'm going to pick up all that release paper and I'm going to put it onto the top of my lace design cardstock here. And that I think is so much better. It gives more shimmer to the card, more design. It doesn't look too plain. So I'm going to use my sturdy tape runner here to put this onto my card base. I figured I had a decent amount of dimension. I didn't need to pop this up as well. And now I'm going to take a look at my embellishments and my sentiment here and finish up this card. I had some gold enamel, I guess they're not enamel, gold like jewel dots, but they were a little bit too brass, like yellow, not brassy enough. And then I had these leftover sequins. I have no idea where they're from, but they match my foiling paper really well. So I decided to go with the sequins. So now I am working on the rest of my sentiment here on the front of the card. I'm centering the Christmas die plate with the To You and Yours die plate and ran it through my hot foiling system. And I ran it through once, but it wasn't hot enough, so I upped it again to that same medium heat in 40 seconds as I did for the first one, and it came out much better. And I'm just trimming it down to that way my paper is just around the sentiment, and I'm going to pop this up as well with my foam tape. And I'm going to adhere this to my card in the center, just under the ornaments. And one of my ornaments was stuck behind the sentiment, so I used my bone folder just to bring up that little tip of the ornament. And now I'm going to lay out these gold sequins. Again, they came in a kit. I don't know where they came from. If I can find something similar, I will definitely link it down in the description below. But I'm gonna place a bunch of these sequins all over the card, just kind of figuring out how I like it, where I want them to go, just so it has nice flow across my card. And once I am happy with that, I'm just gonna use my wet glue and glue them down. So you can see I use my jewel picker to pick it up and wet glue and set it down. And you'll see me touch my hand with my jewel picker. I think it's things I do without realizing it, and then I'm, watching my video later, but all I'm doing is wiping any glue that got stuck on my jewel picker onto my hand. And then I was looking at it, I'm like, it needs a pop of red, so I found the Stickles that I've had in my collection. It's in the color burgundy, I've had it forever, and so I'm adding some of these burgundy Stickles to the to the ornaments, where I guess the loop of the ornament would be where the string would meet. And this is my final card. I think it looks really classic and simple, but still elegant with all of the design and the shimmer, and I really hope you like it. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day.